It'd be great for you to start off by sharing a little bit about GuestyVal 2025 and its relevance for the short-term rental industry and vacation rental industry.
Awesome. So first of all, it's our fifth GuestyVal, if I'm not mistaken. We call it GuestyVal because it's a festival. It's a festival for short-term rental property managers to come together, celebrate our industry, but also learn a lot and educate themselves about what's really the newest thing going on. Meet us, the product managers, meet the Guesty team, but also meet a lot of the companies they work with on a daily basis, from channels like Airbnb, Booking.com, Verbo, Marriott, and more. And of course, more of our marketplace partners. We open it up for our partners to participate, and I think within a few days we ran out of room for sponsors. So I think that there is a lot of good demand to participate and meet the Guesty customers, which happen to be the best property managers out there. So I think that there is a really important momentum going on in the industry to learn and improve.
Definitely, yeah. And how does this event kind of reflect Guesty's mission overall?
Yeah, so our mission is really to empower professional hosts and property management companies with the tools and connections they need to thrive. And we bring all of those tools into that event. We're bringing the product managers to come and get feedback and also to share our newest innovations, as well as to get to share with our customers and prospects what we've been working on for the past year and what are we planning on working on in the next year. It also reflects, what we've come as a company from a startup focused on automation and solving hosts' day-to-day problems to a platform driving industry-wide transformation. And of course, conversations that happen during our event lead to a dramatically better product. Just as an FYI, in the last year, we've managed to release more than 300 new functionalities and improvements to our platform. And 70% of those came from feedback from our customers throughout events like Festival.
Oh, wow.
hmm
Interesting to hear. And obviously you mentioned it's in its fifth year now. So are there any key themes or trends this year that you're really hoping to highlight or place emphasis on?
Yeah, of course. So we focused on the most pressing topics that are shaping our industry, like emerging technology, the opportunity it creates, and how it's changing daily practice in our industry, promoting resilience in travel and hospitality. There is a lot of things going on with geopolitics in the world right now, and I think it just highlights how macro impacts travel and, of course, the short-term rental industry as a whole. How guest expectations are changing and with them what goes into delivering impeccable guest experiences. And of course, we'll share industry trends and forecasts as well as what our customers are seeing in their own data. So we brought in a lot of the best companies to CEOs to speak about what they're seeing with their own companies and how that can relate to the other guests of the event. There's, of course, a strong emphasis on data-driven decision making, and we're going to share as much data as we possibly can, including what we are seeing in the competitive landscape. And of course, we won't be an event in 2025 without mentioning AI. So we are investing a lot in innovation and bringing AI to the top mind of our customers as well as to our product. And we're going to share a lot of really interesting tidbits and information about new product releases with AI.
Oh, great. And obviously, how come you guys chose Mexico as the new location? Is there a strategic choice for the location for the event?
First of all, it's Guestival for festival reasons. And what place sounds better than Mexico City for a festival feeling? And we really going to have a tremendous amount of fun in Mexico City. I think it's also a really dynamic short-term rental market. It's rich with culture, business opportunity, and entrepreneurial energy. It offers a really awesome balance between accessibility for international travel as well as a strong local industry presence. And it is an inspiring setting for global gathering. We also really believe that it's attractive in the form of, people wanting to go to Mexico City for people who haven't been yet. And even for the sake of people who have been, we constantly hear great feedback about how much people want to go back there. I think if people recall, 2 years ago it was in Austin, Texas. So then a year later it was in Tel Aviv, and now it's in Mexico City. I think Guesty is a really global company with customers in pretty much everywhere nowadays, and we want to bring the opportunity to take GuestyVal to newer places every time. So
Right. Yeah, Mexican festival would be great. And what can attendees maybe expect? Obviously, you touched on it already, but from the rest of the agenda, could you share some maybe sessions or speakers that might take center stage this year?
yeah, so we have obviously top-notch speakers from the top channels, including Steve Cano, the VP of Supply of Airbnb, who's going to talk about today's data for tomorrow's story, how travel trends are redefining the future from Airbnb's perspective. We're going to have a trust accounting masterclass from our own team, who's going to teach the newest innovation in trust accounting and what's also being done from the Guesty spectrum. We're going to have, of course, a full panel of enterprise type of customers, including the CEO of Alogio, Will Crittenden, Gonzalo Ribeiro, the CIO of Joyvi, and obviously our own team was going to touch about what's necessary for winning in the industry right now, especially from global perspective. We're going to touch on machine learning and 10 actionable AI tactics from multiple of our partners and customers. And of course, we're going to have Steve Schwab, the CEO of Casago, who just acquired Vacasa, come in and tell the story of how a fish ate a whale. So all of it is really enticing. And I think that there's obviously a lot more in the agenda, and you can go to GuestyVal.com and read the entire agenda, but it's really inspiring for many, many types of property managers to come in and listen to all these stories and educate themselves.
Yeah, of course. And I think a lot of property managers will find value in the event. So, how about when it comes to other audiences, so hosts, tech partners, investors? Do you think that other segments can get real value from the event?
Of course, GuestyVal is intentionally cross-functional. So we really designed the program tracks around both networking opportunities, so people can come in and pay attention and listen to sessions, or come out and network and find how their relationships with other partners in the industry and even other competitors of themselves can cultivate better business for themselves. Uh, and one of our really enticing stories is four property management companies who met in Guestival. I think it was either the first Guestival or the second Guestival actually combined to a big enterprise the year afterwards. And that relationship was created during Guestival. So that was really a good example. And of course, it's not just for property managers. Even everyone that comes in come out with not just knowledge, but relationship and better business suggestions for their own property management industry.
Definitely. And if you can share, are there any major kind of product announcements or partnerships or insights that Guesty plans to unveil during the event?
Yeah, for sure. Every time we have during our Guestival some really good announcements. I won't announce those now, but I will definitely entice people to come in and listen to those. I think that, as I mentioned, over each year we launch more than 300 new capabilities and features, and 70% of those are based on feedback we hear from directly from our customers. There are some really good new releases coming out for Guestival and will be announced in Guestival. Some big, really big ones. So I think that this will be a really exciting announcement. And our partners and customers are also going to be there and on and off stage, and they're going to share their own announcements themselves too. But it's going to be extremely exciting.
Yeah, definitely. And I can only imagine what um, the event would mean to you personally as a massive achievement. But could you share a little bit about what hosting this event kind of means to you personally as a CEO of Guesty?
Yeah. First of all, it's incredibly energizing to be surrounded by so many of our customers and partners in the same place. And all of these people are really deeply care not just about Guesty as their product and partner, but also about the industry. So we learned a lot, of course, on a daily basis, just doing our job. But when we are at GuestyVal, it's almost like an order of magnitude, an acceleration of our learning and relationship building. As a CEO, it's an opportunity to listen and to share our vision and express our gratitude to the community as well. And of course, to me personally, it's very humbling to see how far we came. And I think in the first festival, we were like 300 guests, and this festival is, I think it's an order of magnitude bigger. So I think it's really awesome to see how far we came, what's the momentum that we build, and to meet so many of our customers in person, and it's really exciting.
It'd be great to see how everything's grown over the years. So yeah, fantastic. And could you share lastly a little bit about how people can attend or get involved if they're unsure or if they haven't registered yet?
Yeah, for sure. So GuestyVal.com is open there. You can go review the sessions, the sponsors. You can see a video of GuestyVal from last year, and of course, sign up and get your own tickets. We have limited space and we are running out, so please do it quickly. We really want to host as many people as possible, but sometimes the venues don't allow us due to their own capacity constraints. So I do thank everyone, and I apologize on behalf of the team for the people who wouldn't be able to attend this year. Maybe because we are grown so big and it's very hard to find venues that will attend to such capacity. Maybe next year we'll break it down from one global event to multiple regional events. Who knows? But we'll really do our best to continue the momentum that GuestyVal has created with the celebratory feel and the festival for vacation rentals.
Fantastic. Well, it'd be great to see how everything pans out in September. So thank you, Amiad.
Thank you, Priya. Thanks for having me.